said Donald Trump ebasui nipa tuntum ewo eye amanone especially omo ni nkrata ho abedi adwa mu pa twidwina so kwale si wakada mu ntimi nche glass nkwan ne kura bi na eye vim lady ene one lawyer bi di nkomo ene wadi mu nchire mu eba nkasa enipa dodo a yede omo ba fi omo aye process omo ni ade lawyer yi edine nyina abeto abonten no wasanso de afutuo aka ho ede ama omo a omo ni nkrata na so omo America ho no so very important yenko ni nkotie so yonko da no da yekwai ni nkotie
Donald Trump deportation ade we buy no gate Ghana embassy for so ye ho adwuma na no said the minister foreign affairs minister Kyei-Duah black announce ye no so far omo aye chichi omo nan say ni the Ghana for shedan kan ho ba we ask lawyer na amana my list of how many Ghanaians are on the list now. Because now for deportation list so that but some of them had lawyers, so they were going through the process. And then the second part of the program we'll come back and talk about corruption. Because I know what's here. OSP, you see more, you can OSP as someone. You all ganged up and insulted us now. Fire burn you for want of a better expression. Fire don't see legal issue as here. Many politics and make can say no. Many politics and make can say no. Between NDC and MPP supporters, you people want to reduce every issue to politics when it's not even about politics. OSP issue, no, a legal issue. I was on the Charlie era, Kenopoyatan, a legal issue, and any political matters. You because court, you're quiet for political matters, also a criminal act, political issue be any a legal issue, any charge, I would be to a bisono. I was so prove it in court. So when prove ya, judge has no option but to let the person go. Because any judge let you want to be prove ya mouth. Wow, prosecute Nipan. What are you want to be prove it? And the OSP in the press conference, first one, I declare for Yata fugitive. Yeah, nine so for Yata than who he. Because Otman Ghana as a finance minister, we all know what he did. Because a Jumana any politicians go na oya mom and any MPP from Kwana Oyam, Ghana ni dia do to Abama wo, they want to Abama wo, you are doing the job for everybody. So what you say? And you name so for your demand so even to the extent say MP secret letter come a friend President Akufo-Addo at the time say Pamuni not 10 shimra from 28. Indeed, the happy to for your time, Nanado is to be blamed. Or my penny Nanado is to be blamed. I don't know when Tiamananko. When the kitchen is hot, you need to step out of the kitchen. Step out of the kitchen. Let Jim from Waba. So, but OSP, you can't go for the you should charge him. I know you're crowd for. It does not lie in your mouth to determine whether it'll be a crowd for or not. Crowd will be a crowd for a court next day. And you won't. Because then you want no cavities in the go. I think the declare will be a crowd for. No, it does not lie in your mouth to declare will be a crowd for. A court to pay. Even the OSP cannot determine to be a crowd for. Court, and I got the case court. The OSP does not have any power to determine anybody's crowd for level. It's only a court that can do it. Only the end of the charge, based on prima facie element of established, say, chrono, no, ocean law, nima. As I said, what you be there? What for be there from Benkum to Nifa? What the appropriate idea? No, say qualifier, not the charge about, not the work of court, so that the court will determine. And the end of one man, OSP say, why are you 10? Or no one can say, a fugitive, but on your fugitive. Say there, Opoyata wanted, but I'm not trying to lawyers, so they are waiting for him to report himself. Because such Opoyata lawyers no letters or the buyer. Technically, fugitive definition unqualified. Because one trouble letter say, Nipano, what I say, where are you as a president? I'm here. But mini Ghana, me wa America, me wa Minnesota, mama the address of the hospital. Open verify. OSP could just have written or even called Mayo Clinic to say that I'm passing as soon as you're so or more because we have a legal document that the person says or more patient or more. You could have easily done it. If you check or you brofo normal brofo point law normal brofo the definition of fugitive can of your account. In the OSP say on an account about video or why are you embarrassing yourself? So, you know any more on him. Or you'll be alone or being shit. wash it. But instead, I know me go to Facebook and call for Shuma and call for the embedded attempt. What did he attempt till thy kingdom come? It won't change the facts. It won't change the law. Said the law, and it's here. And Mudidi attempt, and then OS we have a better say, what change, you know, it's the same back then. You see, this is why a case is called court, HNO. And check because technicality say, oh, judge BNM. Now, for catching them, issue a bench and catch it. That don't say it. Even in the case of Akotia MPDA Abeya Abrano, they say court are convicting for contempt. No, it's not a final issue. They say court Akotia MP court say we're convicting of contempt. More it will be a monama and I ain't see the judge Becca and I got you at the end. So what I said you rough for court now Ube who level. Court the ending Quasamo. To your president, to your MP, you have for baby, for contempt that. You best side to see here. And Jacotian, they saw no one wanted, no, they are to know. But you see, and it's not here final because Akotian Pino lawyers, even to make appeal against the conviction. Court, I have put near what we did you. Court to near woman, grade. You won't grade, your court, Kyei-Duah, your court a year, a infinity, and your quarter, as someone in our one tears, your the back. Appeals court. Any our court, Supreme Court. It's not a done deal. He can go to Court of Appeal because a high court now a decision, so I'm convicting. And you bet me a court, a appeal court overturning. But you see, court to be a mouth can say another court in India. Still content issue, no. Judgments never answer MP. I have no serving or parliament. What was it? Necessity to go back to my parliament or make channel about him. Inside parliament, they will not arrest him. But make channel about him. We are so clear about parliament how far a children want to see or soon. I don't watch you because the court order. And here I told you, I'm my for politics and focus on the needful, the necessary, the important. And then we also look at this oral issue. No, here at the middle of one warning that I say, look, no, and no, what years ago, pay, what the money out there, we a full soldier, not party work, and then be one camp of Punio, then no Punio or brother cheese with you. Or brother cheese with you. It does not lie, like I'm saying, so remember this thing. It does not lie in your mouth. You are new. One the boss I no cry, Mr. Medical, say that for man can far people home. And that for one prosecution, and that for man can far people home. And not from into enough form so you'll be back jail. And not from so the castle nobody discuss it. From Rollins, address over President Kufo winning elections. And then people for say, it's what discuss up Uncle Siaga. How many cases were they able to prosecute? How many cases? President Kufo Prefia. Now even Kyei-Duah crowd prosecuting the case, gonna for man pardon. And Kyei-Duah went to court, Supreme Court for interpretation. One of the charges are willfully causing financial loss to the state. But then for Anna Banil, now politicians said you bet that die and almost said you might Jimmy yes, John. John. No, my buy a big jelly way for state lands. State lands, NBC MPP no normal fa. State lands, NBC MPP na normal fa. NBC under Rollins. Oh, but the Bramia metam a green belt and Kruma Jay, almost 20 in NBC. Take diversity implementation committee. Yet you are town and buying companies. Before buy a Jake no in answer koto and buying sending a buyer dying. Okude tomo de court and Kosiaga, even in the case of Jake, a court to release a statutory body and what Thomas Jake, Jake in Fanadi. There are so many cases between NBC and MPP. Or more tonton near Mano, Bankraba Muridi. Sabi Brumanu Shesumatu, Jimmy say, Jimmy as Jimmy, election cover, and away on my fang and that of paper me or no man to feed. Okay, could the tabla pane, some judge, my mobile near the go one more. Unless we change the law. She said the name President Tekase, Wakoya an asset declaration. It's a useless asset declaration. Domain level crack catcher president. Domain level or catcher president say a useless asset declaration. What asset declaration a declare? You declare to your public. Also, person checking corruption into who declare assets. from Rollins more time on asset declaration law ne ba yen nyina no ye ntumi nya ne public yo still a first Abyssinia asset declaration a goggles asset declaration asset I would declare Ghana ni bi anim say we declare asset and want to me declare asset who declare asset na he na wo ho na car se na wo na adan se na wo na spectacle se na wo na shoes se na wo na ntade se na wo. That's when we are talking. And when the Domele catcher president say, and can no change law, no public asset declaration. Well, we're going to now to Mama. What better one say about me or say Kennedy, Japan in the future, whoever you can get access. It's president to see a declining assets. Minister Bibano also a declining assets. Said we could you travel like airport is warranty. You can as a citizen. That's what they do. America, that's what they do. You can get access to Nipa record, no, so we declare the asset. And then you can check Nipa or car too. Or cars in it is so free power. That's so declaring asset. Let me check it. Now, when I fed any car, I train about 20. Yeah, we can check. Now, asset declaration, pass the asset declaration. But you see, between NDC and MPP, they will never change the law. See, between NDC and MPP, asset declaration law almost sad. Because no movie it's NDC and MPP. CPP better now so that since and chroma a coy. PNC cried bobo say cried omaguno, Omatoma NDC. Omo Macano so the Apalumuni Adomsoma Tom the MPP. So between NDC and MPP, or more funny man. In 2001, be changing law because constitution or more want to me to change it. So they won't change it to that. I say, I say declaration. So let's go to your first issue about the other issues. Just near from him lady. And we are live on OKFM, any partner radio station, High Life Radio, Kings Jersey Radio, NASPA FM, and Adam Fupa Media, BBI or Honum, Namigacho FM, so your home. Until we are starting with the deportation issue, then we'll come back to asset declaration, any corruption, any Sika Biakum, or say a project, but now who go collect them? The people who are to collect the Sikano, the same people who are chopping. Yeah, what are parliament is NDC and MPP for no year negotiations. So, almost year negotiations. So, TV now, we don't we are not better social media now. Do data once you need the attempt. Moya say, I am Moya Moboso. The people who are sharing the oil blocks, no, oil deals, no, gold concessions, no, or more NDC MPP. NDC MPP now so do 5 CD data now they are big attempts and they are too hot. So of course I understand the next Albania depression because I don't know what they are and Dawson. Do the attempts I know I could still many years in still no papa oh right and school of state elections you can't talk about school of state. You don't go as you council of state. Me too important so you can't council of state elections on. Now, NDC for council of state. If you papa ben, I'm the president. Council of state is supposed to be broad, across board, because NDC for taxes. It's supposed to be the independent people are present in chairman. It's supposed to be other people or more opposing ideas. Now, people time intimates according to any council of state. And then the council of state in Kofu bribe openly near botch idea. Ghana, it's a big shame to us as Ghanaians that council of state election. Now, and Kwalan, Mona Mobreo, because baby, no come start to class a mutual net. And Juma, you can say the Chinese was net in the crying cheapy mount. Me, a politician or coffee and then yes, Gasha is secure. Mama, what to say I can't ask Gasha has him. Nobody will change it. Because peace no benefit in an umbrella change or no cause of change. Don't change it. Yeah, yes, so any leaders in the war. So let's go to the deportation issue and we'll come back to the corruption. No? And then a first say AK Pokua law firm or more senior lawyer and founder. About Afia or Kyei-Duah Boaji Esquire or no a lawyer or Ghana, lawyer or US into another best started. No, my idea no Trump and go for him. And as I say, what side to you? Ghana embassy, no, so my problem approach them. But said can Ghana lawyers no more American in back. Someone now my Trump and be due among for any. The two here helper, they have places where you can go. On your sessions, Zoom near the TV. Now I'm more beyond Conco Sisu. Because the fear and panic never This week in Virginia, Omaba swank of former. But I don't know him. Omunim sa omo kwa warehouse if one ho sa Latino foi. Ko swank of phone and I just said, Madam will be a just next door. And I'll try video no they send me. I'll see if I can play the video. But I can't say, Mama, good evening, Akaba.
Good evening.
Ghana also that sister why you what say what that je kakra my because himself we are very busy you know near on what that just it's say I bet my updates say so far Trump Ogusu cheche Ghana for like immigrants nana what is happening now.
Okay, thank you for having me. Me pacho me chat with you for so far, Nidia, as we've been saying, there's a lot of a system and a confusion. So I basa na eka Trump strategy ne ho say confusion ne hu ebeche amanfo no mu hu ne omo ho na ebi apaki omo niema efikrom ha na ebi so mombe lucy guard into no ice etimi gina okra na wakoke kansema any se oka na obeye ye na emebi ense se obeye na ometimi e di omo account. As to the numbers ni there again confusion ni chaos a part of almost strategy. So o share ne ekoso na ice and Kasano, they don't have any only website to be my live updates about who has been detained so far. A your Twitter account, social media, and White House Facebook page, and as of I believe early February, no more last statistics. For a while now, you need numbers almost is just rumor. And Tom Homan, Boda Zanaka say surprise is an element or mobile you see because you see surprise and not much or unaware since you know almost too much information into the rumors into there's not that much transparency in the numbers no much channel and almost criminal profiles in the crowd because to say before Trump buy it or normal about 5 priorities. Every U.S. government or enforcement priorities because there's limited resources. Just as sika ni ho bebre ye an endless job into a so to be prioritized. Okay, top 5 in Kofo way omo na ye kwakọ chichi omo. Number 1, undocumented immigrants. Omo be rare mo crap papers. And as omo the papers be rare mo omo overstay omo papers. Omo no ye undocumented. But I know more per se. Almost saying crack criminal records, gang members, threat to national security. Number 2, undocumented, almost what criminal records are. I know she too much, but more criminal records is a fraud, it be assault, wahaka, krabatri, waha. So far, numbers no multi channel. It be fra, almost needs criminal records, no.
You see, I chew my fra.
There are reports coming out about in fact, yes, calls from Nkophobia almost your chebe papa no driving only criminal record or you're just undocumented. At this point, it's very hard to verify the exact numbers, what the profiles are of the people down.
But you always said Ghana for be they've been caught in this because also borders are they say you so surprised. It's just to think of money no more. That's serious.
That's very serious.
Because I say Ghana for be quite duma. One more to him when a duma also pay baby for this is fear and panic and alarm.
Yeah. Well, as at end of January, I spoke to head of consular affairs for Ghana embassy in DC, and ICE had reached out to them. In fact, emergency convocation Ghana for Bekasaye. We had over 1,000 registrants who were on the call on the Zoom, and according to him, ICE had contacted them and told them that they have to speed up process because when there are people in detention who are Ghanaians, the Ghana embassy then ICE will buy their tickets, and then once they have travel documents, they can. According to him, I believe it was 136 that ICE confirmed to the embassy said they were in detention. I understand, say, Minister of Foreign Affairs has subsequent to this said it be 157. So I don't know, say be a numbers not
okay.
It's possible say be a bekaho. And there were some links floating around from Fox News it had numbers of people who had almost through immigration process. Immigration judge has found that, as I say, you almost United States. I believe Ghana, that number was 3,228. And also, the embassy also confirmed with ICE, and ICE said, yes, these are actually numbers, but the numbers are not static. They change all the time, because what happens is that Obi go through the immigration process, go through immigration reliefs available to him. Maybe a judge in the crack as okay, it doesn't matter. You must still be removed from the United States. After that, you've been ordered deported, but there are still avenues to still get green cards and US citizenship. In the end, they say the visa and we're overstaying for the past 15 years. And almost chill. Be a now drive and a police chill no transfer to ICE. Now I say, need permission to be in the United States. It's the whole court. Court to swear asylum, only asylum claim. But while I will go through process, maybe I will fat process no, maybe 3 years, which she are US citizen woman. I'll say, okay, I love you, I want to get married to you. Don't worry. Once you get married, there's a process to terminate the case in court. But the process na say ya order or deported ubetimi asan go back to court to have something called motion to reopen. To reopen, well, you first of all rescind removal order, no, and that's all based on certain grounds. No, where reopen, and then you can have an adjustment of status and as apply for your green card in court. Inti some numbers no mo de maye no. Yeah, not a change because some people may have found reliefs. Obi attorney, something has come up. They have a new or buy a wabewo be or US citizen child. If you obtain a court now, Kalani 18 years later on, Kalani absolutely. Now, our available relief into you can go back to court and say, okay, me patch old order no reopen. Sometimes we will removal deportation, our own name crash or removal deportation. I know your friend removal in absentia. And only you say the kofiato so on some papers. One court intino. They've removed you. I wouldn't say you remove you. If you can show, say, oh man, to say court frame, you can show that with evidence, and also so to me deportation, and then they can reopen your case. These numbers evolve all the time. Some of them almost be a normal kofiato almost, and I said they've been ordered deported, but subsequently, numbers no conform and I say
okay. Internet is the numbers now. Just but confirm the way you can say I say for no much channel. Ghana embassy. Ghana embassy na catch say mon for 136 they are ready to move for passport tomorrow.
Yes, travel documents, prepare travel documents and make sure say BBI fast. Na because now you know some of the countries necessarily play where no person delay.
Travel documents
reviewed on a case-by-case basis because as some review with the citizenship status and Nipani Yampa or Ghana back Obia Kekem, almost also process to confirm say Nipani Ghana before they can go ahead and issue whatever travel documents.
Wow, according to ICE for no more Ghana for 136. Now they say minister say
29th January.
Okay. You bet me about say see be aba can match be account.
Possible, highly possible. So be aba can more ICE detention, absolutely.
It cancel no me say because say the ICE so they say mama ne. They say can no price na file level be amon. Va pay be ansi soro. Nti ba no ma be check.
Yeah.
Yanam Ghana for me, you say Munina, my back, more Boamunianam Ghana for with information. So don't be Kohamen Koha, Nancy Ha, Men Nancy, and one earlier Mbeka say, a year sene part Ghana for so do more. I do be Obi paper. Obi on my party now, no cotton hot, so call Benyan free. Obey any free, no, I'll call Booby. We shall have a German or Boya or Shepherd, that will upo. Just I know I see only paper, and one or that's in hot so. So some PM panic now. I suppose they create. Say they are advice now. The Bema Ghana for, or more, especially more money paper no margin. Omu kutan for 4 days. Person mechanic say no omu the year juma. You go from a student to but so the student visa and amount just 20 hours pay. People I do a bit the ala be one chain. what would be the advice? Uncle Eduma na monko.
As I'm no I am shishipa, you know what's going on. Very, 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 very destabilizing, people are disoriented. Yes, in Kofa, you're very confused, or you're very worried, and understandably so. And as I initially, no, even before Trump the advice that we were given, know your rights. You know, you have to know Fourth Amendment rights, Fifth Amendment rights, Sixth Amendment rights, which are relevant to the Fourth Amendment rights here. You have, you know, there shouldn't be unlawful searches and seizures, right? And, you know, you have the right to be secure in your own home. Oh, fear. I think to me, bamboo remove and starting searching unless someone court according to judicial warrant in your name, someone will searching. Almost stop or crime so ICE, they have to show that they have reasonable suspicion, say you are violating U.S. immigration laws. You know, until they cannot do so, say, akwawe based on the skin color, and casa, it must be a reasonable suspicion, not based on race, religion, or accent, and abibisa. And our Fifth Amendment rights also know, you know, you have the right to remain silent, and as it no, you know, you have the right to counsel. Now, what the Trump government has done is mass deportations no more canon. And Quebec go through the court system, a bit slow you down. Currently, there's over 3.7 million cases pending in immigration court. We just have 71 immigration courts around the United States. And you know, and there's just about over 700 immigration judges. I was on fire about 20 of them.
Yeah, yes, so a second profile.
That's right. And you know, immigration judge Bia would probably have about 6,000 cases already pending. And into what Trump has done is that why you be a friend of expedited removal. Expedited removal, no, a process where low-level DHS officials almost be deported without due process. Me law lecture back on due process, you know, due process. It's in a due process now. Say, oh, I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to counsel. They may not apply in expedited removal. Expedited removal, first, not much amount for 100 miles near the land border, and if you have entered the U.S. without documents, just within 14 days. They say, Oma designated the entire nation as grounds for expedited removal, and if you've been here for less than 2 years without proper valid documents.
And it's all the could have a sapana or the buyer. The fact that what's now 2 years, I only people no baby, I will be a McDonald's, so he will clean your bed. Just a baby, you are outside the purview of expedited removal. Expedited removal, two things. You came in without valid documents, and now said there's some misrepresentation or fraud, and you've been here for less than 2 years. It would be visa buyer. You've been here for less than 2 years. You do not qualify to be expeditiously removed. Okay.
It's into the point is that say almost now when you look at section INA 235 expedited removal, it places the burden on the alien and as an immigrant to show say or continuous presence of at least 2 years. Until the burden is on you. Until say ICE agent or chill now he already knows say well. He can prove some type of alienage. Say, why establish a new area? Now the burden shifts on you, and you can decide
there was some sort of document. I was a war system. According to the okay, so no establishes something to their own free heart. Not as they say they are to the end of the whole
exactly. Yes.
So prove it. Oh,
yes.
Yes.
And the thing is that a very dicey because generally no immigration quota initial burden for removal proceedings at that government needs to show alienage, meaning say free her. It's normally when we say exert or invoke your right to remain silent. Oh, but the catch up said, oh, and I'm Figana, and I'm Fihana. That's why you keep silent because quota they have to prove that you are not from here. You don't want to give away that answer. However, if for some reason ICE agents in him that I say free hanoma, now the burden shifts on you to show say you are not a candidate for expedited removal to show say you either came in with valid documents and now say you've been here for more than 2 years.
Okay.
And again, as I say, there are a lot of rights. There's a lot of rights. for example, you have the fundamental right to food as a human being. But and I invoke my fundamental right to eat. You have to know
that example.
You have to know how and where to exert your rights. And yes, it can end up being absurd. And I say it will be counterproductive to Adia Opesa. There are several types of removal proceedings. If you are going to be placed in regular removal proceedings, and Honabeka say, oh, and I'm invoking my right to remain silent because Udu Kota, the burden is on the bind to show, say, now, so over the whole year expedited removal, within a day, you can be deported if you don't have the evidence or proper documents. Yes, expedited removal is very fast, no due process, no appeal, and once you are deported, there's a ban of 5 years. You know, come back. Yes,
they deported 5 years to me to go US.
Into the US, yes, under expedited removal.
Confirm me subscribe to channel way, but omuni notifications me ba live for anase me post video to ma omu hunu me video nhwe. Etian wan se obekọ YouTube no so wabọ me din Ekonaba TV no ebe yi aba. Eyi ba no wabọ me video ba akoso. Obo me video ba akoso a se won subscribe ya no wamia subscribe button no so. Se won subscribe so a no wamia adoma no so to all notification. Woye ne saa na se me the video tumu a ubonsa won sabe kan na so wanya bi ahwe. Se de be ya me ba obehu mi nti no. Mia adoma no so na Facebook kai so be like me page no se de be ya me video bi a me post bi ansa betimi aka bi betimi akọ settings e wo phone no so na wa mia settings no akọ notification na afi akọ mia YouTube no wo di ato notification button to wa mia to ho se de be ya me ba live wa benya me nti na me kire saa no ma we nyina me serew se wonya ne saa ye ne saa se won subscribe to me channel so a subscribe to channel se de be video tuma unsa betimi aka bi me da ase.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the toothpaste. Bear in mind, this product is not suitable for pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, and children under 18 years old. Enjoy!
I am so pair a sifita structure of body, and the enough unique laser whiten. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains beer, unique laser whitening product. Ebe yini nyina free summer come. The oyan is so befraying. I was 07999792330. Unique laser whitening or say Muni Seso.
Unique. Penifo se bibiro wi asenti ne da ne atopnum na ne pabone fonti e wo se wo bambo hu hia na ne papa mu de Pro Technologies ana me kan fama wo ane Pro Technologies. We are specialized in both sales and installation of CCTV cameras. Yeton esa install CCTV cameras in the South Ghana and NASA brochure na ufi Ghana. Now beso CCTV camera installation. We need Pro Technologies and Nensa also. We get CCTV camera installation, electric fence, automated gate, access control, video doorbell, and intercom, and satellite TV, home theater. So upe biato, and wato, and pese be install them out. Pro Technologies and our software. Na shenenso. Say fidie nyina from America brochime and this and papa na opedia men nwene ho na ne bo anso da form make sure you know the web brochime mu ha any branch e wo Ghana ye ni mo bra wo bre into sika fire nsem se fanya japade ma wo Ghana wo da na ne tenese yes general construction so web brochire na peso si fi o Ghana e dan plan bi o peso si se wa sha se dada ana afi na peso si plan bia ye besiama eno echi so here solar power ana bamba ho sensem bi ade woni ye ni nsawoso ne esanso ye smart home abefo video bi apese hye e wo fie ana watwuma mo de ma wo woni ye ni nsawoso we are just a call away ne esanso wadan de ma han ana ofre brochire bedu Ghana na wo pe full house room ana apartment ahan for short term ana long term ye be ma obiane border form na bamba ho nsem de menwene ho enna ye interior decoration so wasi fie na wie ana yesu fie na ma no ye sign decoration ye besiesie odie ana office so e di ama. Eno e so to mfidie bi na wo ko fa so install ana ne settings ye beye e di ama. E wo Ghana ubehu yen wo mre ofra denta e di wadi a che dodoa ubehu ye e wo ahie ye ne Emalin Pharmacy and what the same building. For information or WhatsApp 401-7570-300 and a +401-6992-254. Pro Technologies. We have the solutions for your security and home entertainment needs at affordable prices.